Hey, sis, what's up? So, are you going to take me along on that long-awaited honeymoon? Of course, it's going to be all expenses paid. That would include travel, accommodations, and let's not forget souvenirs. Oh, that part is what I'm super excited about. Oh boy, I can't wait. Oh, you really lucked out, sis. Got yourself a filthy rich dude. Thanks, sis. This is going to be a blast.
Ugh, what the hell are you blabbering on and on about, Cindy? Sheesh. Didn't I tell you the thing had been postponed? Barry's grandfather died recently. I thought I told you.
But the wedding went without a hitch.
Like I said, he died right afterwards. I explained this all to everyone at dinner last week. You were there, right?
Oh, come on, sis. The guy was just an old geezer. No need for you to cancel the honeymoon. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Who cancels that? The whole thing sounds so hokey. To be honest, I can't believe it.
Barry's grandfather practically raised him. His parents were both working and hardly ever home, so he was like his dad. It's like he lost his dad. It was devastating to him. We couldn't very well just off and go on our honeymoon so soon after Grandpa died. It just didn't seem like the decent thing to do.
I really don't get it, to be honest.
And what's more, a honeymoon is a special occasion. Something that married couples do. I can't understand why you would even ask to come along.
Oh, yeah, well, you really don't have to call it a honeymoon. Just a family trip. Then it's okay, right? If you guys are paying, I mean, I don't care if it's a honeymoon or a family trip or whatever. As long as you foot the bill, I'm game.
You never change, do you, Cindy? If it's free, you want it. You're an adult now. Grow up, would you? You're a disgrace. You're marrying pretty soon yourself, right, Cindy? Like next month.
Huh? But Barry's rich. You have money, you use it. What's wrong with that?
What's this abnormal obsession with money, for God's sake?
Buy me dinner, and I'll tell you.
You're beyond hope. If you want to go on a trip, save some money and go by yourself. We're not taking you on any honeymoon.
Huh? Oh, come on, sis!
That's that. You're not welcome. End of story. Okay, I'm busy. See you.
Hey, sis, what's up? Man, the weather over here is super nice. But it looks like it may rain a bit by the time you guys get here. Yeah, getting a bit cloudy. Better hurry.
Huh? Is that you, Cindy? What do you want?
Like I keep telling you, I'm joining you on your honeymoon.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, joining you, but I came ahead. I'm busy shopping, so hurry up before I buy too much.
Cindy, didn't you hear what I was saying last month? The honeymoon has been canceled and we have no plans as of yet to go. Barry's busy with work now and we have to schedule it another time.
Yeah, I know. But I bet you didn't know. I saw you over at Mom's place yesterday. Saw that you took home that travel bag, the one you always take on trips. Yeah, so I know you were just putting me on. The honeymoon was not canceled after all. Got you, sis. I knew you had scheduled the trip from today. And if I said I was coming along, you would, of course, not agree to that. So I took matters into my own hands and came straight here beforehand. Didn't think that far, did you, sis? So, what time do you guys plan on getting here? It's getting kind of late. You're already on the plane, right? Oh, or are you already in the taxi headed to the hotel?
No. That travel bag is for the trip to Grandpa's place. Have to work out all the estate stuff with his lawyer. The meeting is scheduled for 2 or 3 days. You know, with all of Barry's relatives living in various places, Aunt Marge is even coming in from London. It'll be good to meet all of Barry's relatives. In Florida.
Huh? Florida? You're not serious.
Yeah, I am actually. As a matter of fact, we just arrived.
Florida is like nowhere near Niagara Falls. That was where you booked your honeymoon, right?
Yeah, that's right, but we canceled all that last month. No cancellation charges or anything. No problem there.
Huh? You're kidding me, right? You don't mean the hotel too, do you?
Of course, we canceled last month.
What? You're not serious. What am I going to do?
I have no idea. Besides, what concern is it of yours? What do you have to do with our honeymoon?
I said I was going on the honeymoon, remember? I said I was going ahead of you. I was going to stay in the same room as you guys. Just trying to be considerate and save money.
Excuse me? I was looking forward to staying in the suite room.
Well, I mean, they told me that even if you guys showed up, there was plenty of room for like 4 people.
I'm speechless. Listen up, Cindy. Even if we were there, we would never, and I mean, we would never let you stay in the same hotel room on our honeymoon. Are you nuts? Besides, the honeymoon was canceled. How could they let you stay there? We canceled that.
Are you serious? Okay, if that's how you want to play it, I'm going to use my last remaining option.
Option? What option are you talking about, Cindy?
The option to make you see the light. My last resort.
Sorry, I have no idea what you're getting at.
I'm currently at an expensive restaurant. The course is $500 per person. I'm here with a friend. I'm going to use your credit card to charge for the both of us. Total $1,000.
Huh? Why do you have my credit card? Oh, you're not talking about the one I lost yesterday, are you? Was that you? Did you take that, Cindy?
Surprise! When you came over and picked up that travel bag, when you were busy digging it out of the garage, I swiped it out of your purse. Oopsie. See ya! Thanks for dinner! Pick up, would you? I'm at the checkout counter. The credit card is no good. It's getting rejected. What's going on?
I tried to tell you earlier. Obvious, isn't it? I canceled that card as soon as I found out it was gone. I thought I dropped it somewhere. Can't have some jerk using it.
Why would you go and do that? You mean, the card's no good?
Yes, as soon as I saw it was missing, I contacted their emergency line and canceled it.
Tell me you're joking, Brenda.
The normal thing to do is cancel it right away.
You can't be serious. I was supposed to pay this full course meal. $1,000! How could you do this? I had to go to the bank and withdraw money and pay the restaurant. Ugh, this is all your fault, Brenda. I can't afford to pay $1,000. I needed the money.
Hey, Cindy. I was thinking, I couldn't help but notice.
What? What is it?
Are you on this trip with someone?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You mentioned that you were having dinner with someone. $500 times 2, you know? Who are you with? You mentioned the hotel suite too. 4 of us? Is someone you're traveling with footing the bill?
Yeah, my boyfriend. You know, the guy I've been seeing for some time now. My boyfriend. The guy I'm gonna marry. What about him?
That seems kind of strange.
What do you mean strange? What's so strange about that? That's what normal, soon-to-be married people do, right?
No, it's not that. Your boyfriend, at least the guy I know, Randy, if I recall, he said he had to work despite it being a holiday today. Weird that he would be there with you.
Huh? What are you talking about?
When we went to the airport to hop on the plane for Florida, we met Randy at the airport lounge. Yeah, he was in his business suit, looked kinda a little unhappy about having to go on that business trip. Guess it was important.
Really? Yeah. How nice.
Who are you on this trip with, Cindy?
I was, you know.
You're kidding me, right? Your wedding is planned for next month and you're on a trip with some guy? Really?
No, you got this all wrong. I said boyfriend, but I really meant just a friend. Just a misuse of the word. Nothing serious. Like, you know, girlfriend or school friend. You know what I mean. Just a good friend that happens to be a guy.
So you have a fiancé, marriage is set for next month, and you go on a trip with a friend? That happens to be a guy, and you happen to stay in the same hotel room.
Right. You know what? Stuff like this is normal in this day and age. You're getting old, sis.
No, not normal, Cindy. Downright abnormal. Oh, yeah. You said you were gonna tag along with your boyfriend on our honeymoon and stay in the same hotel suite? That was your plan, right? Did you even stop to think that we would see this guy and... Do I really have to explain this to you? Geesh, Cindy.
I figured after you guys fell asleep, I would sneak him in and, you know, in the morning I would just shoo him out before you guys woke up. Figured it would work fine. You'd never find our...
You really think that would have worked? Did you really want to go that far just to get a free trip? I just can't understand what's going on in that little head of yours.
Brenda? Sis? Could you keep this quiet? I mean, from Randy.
You really think I'm gonna go along with your little love charade? Of course I'm telling him.
Please! I beg you. You know Randy? He works at a major corporation, and that corporation is owned by his dad, and he's slated to take over when he retires. Ugh, I finally found a super promising guy. Don't go screwing it up for me, Brenda!
A little too late for that, Cindy. Barry is calling him right now.
Excuse me? No way. You're kidding, right?
Yep. Looks like he's explaining the situation to him right before my eyes. Hold it a sec. Seems like we didn't have to tell him anything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems your little escapade with your so-called boyfriend, he already knows. Yeah, he knows who this guy is. This guy you're having an affair with.
You're joking. I know when you're you're pulling my leg, Brenda.
Oh, yeah, when we met up with Randy at the airport, he wasn't going to work. He was actually headed to where you are, with a private investigator. He plans to confront you guys in the act. You see him around anywhere?
Confront us? What do you mean, confront us?
He's on the phone with Barry now. He says he spotted you guys. Nice little coffee shop.
Randy terminated our engagement. He wants compensation for screwing up our engagement. Ugh, help me out, Brenda. I don't have that kind of money. He also wants me to pay for the wedding, which was canceled. It's only a month away. So they want the whole enchilada. Can you believe it? Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, a month before should have at least been like, what, 50%? But everything? Oh, come on. It's all your fault, Brenda. It's because you didn't take us on the trip. You had to cancel your honeymoon. So, pay up. Get Barry to pay. He's rolling in the bucks anyway. Come on. Just this once, please. Oh, your little sister is in trouble here. Oh, help me out for God's sake. Oh, Mom and Dad won't lift a finger. In fact, they kicked me out of the house. Oh, now I have to find an apartment. That's right. This is your fault, sis. Find me a place to stay. I prefer that tower apartment downtown. Ooh, yeah, now I could live there. Ooh, I'll find a new guy. Oh yeah, top floor if you can.
Cindy?
You and Barry are going to put me up in a nice condo in the city. Ah, this is going to be great. Okay, waiting for your call. Remember, top floor.
You have gone totally bonkers. Cindy, high-rise condo apartment in your dreams.
Huh? Come on, sis. Brenda. Barry's rich. You guys can afford this? Your poor little sister is in trouble here. Help me out, Brenda. Please. Come on, sis. Just this one last time.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to block you, Cindy. See ya.
Why? What would you block your only sister? Oh, come on, Brenda. Give me a break.
Cindy's opportunistic ways, this habit of leeching off others, I think it comes from my grandmother who partially raised her. She really took Cindy under her wing when she was growing up. She taught her to take advantage of everyone around, whether it be money or some advantage she should gain. I guess it really had an effect on her. Once she found out she couldn't get any money out of me or my folks, she went to her boyfriend. But this guy, a real piece of work himself, apparently had a fiancé himself. He immediately dropped her and bailed out. Too bad. Seems like they were made for each other. She soon found out nobody wanted anything to do with her. But she wasn't about to give up. She schemed to get some rich guy that she could leech off. But although she did find a fairly rich guy, he turned out to be married, and in the end had to pay compensation to the wife for causing a rift in their marriage. Up to her ears in debt, all she was left with was to use her body to make ends meet.
Hey, Derek. How you feeling? I heard the surgery went okay. Everything okay?
Yeah. Hey, Miranda. Yeah. I just woke up about 2 hours ago. The doctor explained everything a while ago. Now I'm just sitting bored out of my wits.
Sorry I wasn't there to be by your side. Must have felt a little neglected. I was a bit busy, and besides, I just couldn't walk into a hospital under the circumstances.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
So, what happened? How's it going to go from here? I called the doctor, but he wouldn't tell me a thing. Will you be able to walk okay after a little bit of therapy?
Yeah, about that. There was some explanation before the surgery. Apparently, the leg is irreparable. He said I would probably be wheelchair-bound for the rest of my life.
No way. That can't be right.
The doctor said all my nerves and stuff are shot. No chance of them working again. I remember the front seat of the car. It was flat as a pancake. You know what? I was ready for it. I mean, emotionally, I kind of knew I would never walk again. But gotta be honest, reality hurts.
So, what happens now? How are you going to live?
Well, not like I used to, for sure. Gotta change my ways, I guess. Probably I have to fix up the house. Need to make it barrier-free. Ramps, handles, that kind of stuff. Probably have to do major work on the bathroom and shower stall, too. Probably won't be able to drive a car anymore. I was in sales, so probably won't be able to continue working. Not this job, at least. Hopefully the company will keep me on in one shape or another. So I don't think I have to worry about losing my job. But all that experience I gained, it won't be any good to me anymore. The doc will probably explain everything to you about living at home and all. I hate to say this, but this may be hard on you going forward, Miranda.
I'm sorry. I can't do this. Yeah, this is not me. I can't do this.
Excuse me?
I said I can't. I could never do that. I mean, nursing stuff? Taking care of handicapped people? I'm sorry. I don't want to say this, but I can't. I want a divorce.
Wait a sec. Excuse me? Divorce? Are you serious?
That's the only option. I just can't do this. I can't nurse a handicapped guy. I'm sorry. Do you think I could change your bedpan? We're the same age. Oh, no way I could do that. Sorry. Oh, and to think I would have to do it for the rest of my life? For years? No, never. This is not happening. Just thinking about it makes me sick.
Am I hearing you correctly? What the hell do you mean?
And about your job. Can you really continue in the condition? They may keep you on for a while, but you never know. They may fire you after a while. What are you going to do then? Just live off your folks? And you really think you can find a new job? Like that? Do you realize how much it would cost for your therapy? And renovating the house alone will cost a fortune. No way I'm giving up my life. No, future. Just being poor. I'm still young, for crying out loud.
Come on, Miranda. Calm down, would you? I can certainly understand you panicking about this whole thing, but why do you have to be so negative about it all? I'm the victim here. I shouldn't be the one that's depressed.
Anyway, I have no intention of babysitting you forever. I'm going to fill out the divorce papers, so I'll leave it on the kitchen table. When you get home, sign it and submit it ASAP, okay? I won't be there. Don't come looking for me either.
Hold it a second, Miranda! You can't just decide to get divorced, just like that!
I've already made up my mind, so please, let's just get this over with. And get your folks or friends or whatever to get you home, would you? I can't do it. That's it for me. Goodbye. Hey, Derek! I said hi to you today. Why did you ignore me? I went out of my way to say hello to you, for Pete's sake.
Oh, was that you, Miranda? I had no idea it was you. You've changed.
Yeah, well, I recognized you right away. I spotted this little guy sitting there with a bunch of other businessmen in suits. I took a closer look, and there you were, sitting in your wheelchair. Well, it's been 3 years, Have you gotten used to moving around in your wheelchair?
Yeah, I've gotten pretty good at it. Don't need much help to get around, which is great. How about you, Miranda? You look, your clothes and makeup, sort of flashier than I remember, and your tummy looked kind of big. Did you get remarried?
No, we're not married yet, but we've been living together for the past year or so. We plan to officially tie the knot after the baby is born.
Yeah? Well, congratulations.
I'm really happy now. Nice guy, baby on the way. Oh, boy. Did I make the right decision? I can't imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't divorced you. Being in that wheelchair and all, I bet you're doing some sort of filing work, right? To be honest, you look totally out of place among those businessmen. In contrast to you, my guy, you know how much he makes? He's got an annual salary of over $1 million. You would never measure up to him.
What the hell is this? Did you contact me just to treat me with contempt? If that's the case, goodbye.
Come on, Derek. Just kidding around. I wouldn't do that. I just wanted to share some of our joy and happiness with you, that's all. You wouldn't believe my future husband. He's a real catch. He works at Conrad Industries. I'm sure you've heard of the...
You mean Conrad Corporation?
Yeah, that huge multinational corporation. Anybody working in business knows this company. It's a huge company. If you're looking for work, I could ask my guy. I'm sure he'll find something for you. Oh, he could probably get you a job doing some kind of desk work. It's a big company. I'm sure there's something for you. I mean, truth be told, they have to hire certain types of people. You know what I mean? Just ask for Andrew Sutton at the HR department at Conrad Corporation. They might find you something. You never know. You may be of use to them. Image-wise.
Hold on a second. Did you say Andrew Sutton? Is he your boyfriend? This Andrew Sutton?
What? Do you know him or something? Oh, I can't believe this. I didn't realize he was so famous around here.
Yeah, he's one of our lower-ranking employees.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that? Lower-ranking employee?
You said his name was Andrew, right? Sutton? Yeah, I know him. Pretty well, as a matter of fact. He just got recruited and is currently working under me at my company.
Wait. What? What are you talking about? What is this about your company?
Yeah, it's a long story, but my last job? There was no place for me there, so I quit. After that, I joined my uncle's company. My uncle's single, so he was looking for someone to take over the company. To make a long story short, he heard I quit and asked me to take over for him as president of the company. That company is, well, Conrad Corporation.
No way. You're making all this up to get back at me, aren't you? What? Are you telling me you're the CEO of Conrad Corporation?
Yeah, well, it's only been a couple of years, and I'm still learning the ropes. Oh yeah, this guy, Andrew Sutton, I know him well. We just recruited him this year. But I hate to say this, but I really don't hear anything positive about his performance so far. On the first day of work, he arrived 3 hours late. He would say he was going out to meet with a client, but actually, he was at some club having fun with some girls. Obviously, with an attitude like that, well, work performance suffers and... how should I put this? Gets pretty crappy. I really don't understand why HR even hired the guy. Well, he hasn't been here long, Still in the trial period. Probably end with that.
Wait a second. Let me get this straight. You said he got recruited this year, right? He said he's been at the company for like 10 years. He said everyone looks up to him, that he's really busy with clients. Getting new clients all the time. One of your top salespeople. He said he's in line to become vice president. He wears really nice clothes. And I mean, that Rolex.
Oh my god, you fell for that? That's all BS. And him making $1 million a year? Come on, Miranda. You know that's a bunch of horse crap. He's only been receiving an average salary for about 3 months now. You really think a guy who only started working a few months ago would be making $1 million a year? That's just downright crazy!
But that's what he told me. He was, like, dressed and...
I'm sure he uses that trick on every woman he sees. Anybody can dress up nicely and wear a Rolex. Sure it wasn't a Swatch? As a matter of fact, I saw him the other day. That suit and that leather briefcase he carries around, those were obvious Chinese knockoffs. He seems pretty proud of them, though, showing them off to the office girls. But they were all laughing behind his back.
No way. This is not happening. Was I conned by this guy? I have this child. What am I going to do?
Oh, that reminds me. About your folks. Now that you're back, really wish you would pay them back. Your folks still seem to be having a hard time, you know?
Huh? What are you talking about? What about my parents? Pay them back for what?
The settlement for that crash you caused, and the money for the divorce. Nobody could get in touch with you after you signed those divorce papers and disappeared. You just withdrew all the money from your account, some of which your folks saved for you, and took off on some trip to God knows where. You were just gone. Nobody knew where you were. So, your parents paid for everything. The settlement for the accident, and compensation for the divorce, which you initiated.
Excuse me? Wait, what? Why the hell did you go and do that?
Go and do what? It's my right. You had no job. How could you even pay? All I did was have them pay me on your behalf. Your parents were very apologetic. They were grief-stricken by the whole thing and paid up in full. The total came to $1.5 million.
Excuse me? 1.5... What? Are you nuts?
Yeah. Rehabilitation and therapy, renovating the house, the settlement. They put their home up for sale and any other assets they had. They even dipped into their retirement savings to pay it all off. I heard they're living in a small apartment downtown. Apparently, they're both working to pay off your debt. They said they had no choice but to try and save enough for retirement.
How could you? How could you do that to my parents? Ugh, I can't believe this!
Well, it's because you ran away. You dumped me, you put me in this wheelchair, you refused to nurse me back to health, and just took off. That's why. Do you really think that I wanted that? I wanted to stay married to you. I thought you would have a little remorse. I was a little reluctant to have them pay, but they were adamant about paying. They said they would make you pay them back when you returned home. They said they already sold the house and all the assets they had. I was in trouble too, as you can imagine. I couldn't walk. I needed rehabilitation. It's not cheap, you know. So they offered the settlement, and I took it. It's all your fault that your folks are suffering. Think long and hard about that.
But I was only...
Your folks were in tears. They were furious that you took off. Leaving the whole mess to them, they apologized profusely for what their daughter did. I really felt sorry for them. You really should go and see them. You simply disappeared without even apologizing. You better see them and start paying them back. I hate seeing them like that. It breaks my heart.
How am I supposed to pay that back? It's not something I can pay back in a few months. Besides, I'm broke. I don't have that kind of money.
Well, you said you're going to marry Andy. I can call him Andy, right? Have him pay for it. He makes $1 million annually, right? You could pay it back in like 4 or 5 years, right?
That's impossible! Are you crazy? Besides, all he said was total BS. How can I marry a lying schmuck like that?
But if you don't marry him, what are you going to do with the kid? By the looks of it, you don't have long.
What the hell am I going to do? Hey, Derek, could you... I mean, you haven't remarried or anything yet, right? You know, maybe we can... What I mean is...
Come on, Miranda. Don't tell me you want you and me to be, like, married again. I hope you're not saying that. Sorry to say this, but I have no intention of getting back together with someone who betrayed me. And I really don't want to bring up some other guy's kid. Especially this guy.
Please, I apologize for what I did. I'll do anything, so please, think it over. I'll take care of you, Derek. I'll be your nurse, please.
No thanks. I really don't need your condolences. As for nursing, I have a professional assistant doing that. So yeah, no thanks. It's not me you should be apologizing to, it's your parents. The divorce has already gone through, and the accident settlement is over with. I have nothing to do with you anymore. We're complete strangers. You guys figure the rest out, and good luck with that.
Please, Derek, wait.
I want nothing to do with you, so don't ever contact me with your BS again. I better go. I have work tomorrow. Good night. I heard later that she really laid into Andy after that. He confessed that all he said was one big lie, that he made the whole thing up. And the nice, spacious apartment they were living at? It turned out it wasn't his, just a monthly rental. Apparently, they argued all night, and after they both fell asleep, he escaped and disappeared. It seems he took all the cash they had and terminated the lease on the apartment. Miranda was left dumbstruck, not knowing what hit her. She had nowhere else to go but to her parents' tiny apartment. After she had the baby, she started working various part-time jobs in order to pay her folks back and to bring up her child. As for Andy, he kept taking time off without permission and eventually got fired. Miranda's child was eventually adopted by a relative and seems to be growing up just fine. If only she had ignored me when we met that time. Maybe she would have enjoyed herself a little longer. You never know. Maybe things would have worked out for her? She had to go out of her way to chide me, which led to her demise. Well, I hope she comes to her senses and lives a respectable life. Maybe she'll get her kid back someday. Me, you ask? Well, I still have a lot to learn. Running a huge company is no easy task. But my uncle has given me the stamp of approval, so I don't plan to let him down anytime soon.